You now have to be aware about something you are not paying attention to. You might realize it, but you are not actually paying attention to it because I'm sure you have been seeing this throughout your day to day life, but you don't actually think about it too much because it's kind of been normalized. This one thing is so important to be honest about, but it seems so hard for individuals to even come to just do it. And what I'm talking about is the truth, being truthful. It seems to be so complicated for individuals to just be truthful to whoever it is they are with. They communicate, they talk to these people they know or don't know, and they just seem to keep lying to them. Every single thing, whether it's about their appearance, what they've done, what they've talked about to someone, or what they said about someone, they just seem to always not say the truth. It's so hard for them to be truthful and makes sure that the person they're talking to hears the truth from them, even though the truth is always what will make anyone improve within themselves in their life. It seems so hard and so complicated for everyone or most individuals in this world to even come to do that. Let me give you a little example. A bit ago, I was just on social media, just going through social media to be completely honest with you, and I came across this short form video of a girl, okay? And truthfully, it seemed like the girl was just simply not in her best shape and that she could potentially improve with herself, whether it's her physique, her mentality, or anything like that. And it was one of these trends I don't even want to explain. But when whatever was said on her post was said, it was not truth. She was just basically being delusional to what she believes and what she thinks she should believe because self love is really important, right? But you can't lie. You always have to be true to yourself and ask yourself, are you really in the position where you should praise yourself that much? So, to me, it's really important for people to know what the heck they're talking about and to actually know what they are, if there's actually anything they can do to improve themselves and make sure that they're not living this kind of delusional life of how they look, how they think, what they view their life to be, or anything like that. I just think that it's really important to be really true to yourself and not lie just because self love, okay, self love, but at some extent. So I went through the comment section just to get a little glimpse because within myself, I was telling myself that this is false information. And then as I was thinking, the comments were not really nice about it. They just straightforward told her how whatever she was preaching on her post was just not true about herself and that she should just actually see things for how they are. But still, throughout that post, through the comments, there's still this small percentage of people that are telling them, oh my god, keep going, don't listen to the comments, you're beautiful. No, they're lying, you're beautiful. But why can't you be honest with them? Because being honest without being mean, if you prefer, could actually bring them back to the path that will make them become a better version of themselves. Instead of pushing them to believe something that is not true and living this miserable life because they think that everyone thinks that they are that, but they are not, they're gonna keep living that life without improving anything because they're believing you. Since you're telling them that, oh, it's okay. They think that I'm okay. They think that there's nothing wrong. So they're not going to do any kind of effort. And they see that there's people supporting them. So they're like, oh, you know what? F these other people. They're just mad. They're just insecure. They just don't want the best for you or whatever it is. Or no, they're just rude. No, they just don't have a life. But just be honest with yourself. As much as I believe that there's a lot of delusional people as individuals, I truly also believe that your surroundings literally has an impact on you and how you think. It might shift your mind, how you think, and everything like that. You always thinking that there's nothing wrong is partially your fault and also the people that you're surrounded by, and also maybe your online community, probably. Based off that little story, I'm just here to say that being truthful to someone, saying the truth, should not be this hard. Okay, if someone is not smelling the best, maybe it's your friend, maybe it's just a stranger, even a stranger, doesn't matter. You can simply tell them without being rude, hey, this is happening. I don't know if you're aware. Because you don't know, this could literally help them actually see things as they should be seen instead of them just drowning into this path that they don't even are not even aware themselves because they're kind of naive. They don't even realize it because their surroundings not telling them anything. They're telling them that it's still okay, that there's nothing wrong, you smell amazing, but it's not true, and it can guide them the wrong direction. Do you see how bad that is? And also, for example, if there's your best friend and she tells you that she's in love with that guy, but then you know that guy and you know how he is not the best guy for her because you know things that she doesn't. And just because you see her so in love, you just let her go with that boy, even though you know yourself that he is not right for her. And then you keep pushing it and leaving her in that big lie because she thinks that he is a good guy, but he is not because you know. So just be truthful. Some people, I know that it's getting harder and harder for people to actually say things how it is, but why would you prefer to lie when you can simply tell the truth? Even if it's gonna hurt, so what? You just have to be truthful to people so that they actually wake up and realize that this is wrong or that they are not in the right mindset or that they should not be thinking that way. Even if that's going to cost you your friendship, then maybe that person might realize later on that you were right, or maybe that person was not your friend in the first place, because truthfully, I think that communication is really important, and that if someone can't hear you out for the truth, that they're just simply someone you can't interact with. I think that it's really important for both sides to actually be open to a conversation and try to understand both sides instead of having their own perspective, but that's a different conversation. Basically, the first thing that I think should be, there's a bunch of things, okay? Just everything throughout life, you should be honest about everything and anything. You should not be trying to neglect anything or just try to hide certain things just to not hurt someone's feelings, your best friend's feelings, your family's feelings, or anything like that. You just tell them how it is. They take it how they want, or they try to actually do something with the information you actually provided them. Whether the truth is about something within their character, how they act, how they are with people, and you tell them the truth, they either take it or they don't and take it the wrong way, whatever. I think that's something, a person's character, how they acted towards someone. I think you should totally always be honest about that. If they did something wrong, you tell them the truth, okay? You don't say, no, that person was so wrong. You are so right for being so mean to them. No. If you know that your friend was in the wrong, tell them, okay? And also, another thing is, if you know, I talked about this one story of a girl I saw on social media posting a thing that was just so out of that was just not true about herself. So if someone is not in the best shape, maybe that their health is involved, or you think that they are unhealthy, and then they talk about how they are this, they are that, but they're not, and you think that you should tell them how it is, then tell them. Have a simple, normal conversation telling them that, you know what, I think that maybe you should start working on yourself, your appearance, and just go back on track. Maybe I don't know how you're honestly gonna say it. Obviously, no one's perfect. No one is meant to look a certain way, but when it comes to health, or no, I don't even know how to say this, to be completely honest. But my point is, if you know what, let me take another example. If you have there's two guys, okay, they're friends, and then they both know that they're aligned with this mindset of being healthy, being fit, hitting the gym and stuff as such. And then one of them starts just not doing things anymore, and then they start getting out of shape and everything that revolves around that. You're not gonna let your friend just go that direction. If you guys actually know that you're in the same kind of mindset, then as a good friend, you would tell them, yo, I think that you should get back on track. And just something, part of the truth that will guide them back to the goals you guys know both have in common, instead of telling them, maybe your friend is gonna ask you, "Oh, do you think that I gained weight? Do you think that maybe I'm out of shape? Do you think that maybe I should fix up?" And then you keep telling them, "No, no, dude, you should not feel that way. You're okay." You can't lie to them. Do you understand my point? You have to tell them. Maybe it might feel hard to tell them because it's kind of, oh my god, you don't want to hurt their feelings, but it's better to tell them the truth. I swear to you, especially with someone that is actually willing to understand and listen. It's gonna benefit them and you guys' friendship, you guys' connection, and you guys are just gonna grow better and have a better friendship and everything. But if you keep lying, but yeah, I truly just think that it's really important to tell the truth, and I think that it's getting harder and harder for people to tell the truth. Even these new friendships and connections people make, it just doesn't feel genuine. It feels like people are just not saying the truth when they're talking, even about the smallest kind of conversations. It's as if they're not even actually being authentic and telling the truth about themselves or about the person they're talking to or to the person they're talking to. But what's why are you interacting with someone in the intention of lying to them and not wanting the best for them by telling them the truth? Even if it's going to hurt, so what? You did a good thing by telling them, and they shall do whatever they need to do with that information. If they take it the wrong way, that's on them. They have to work on themselves to make sure that they don't take everything personally when it comes to people telling them the truth. But you should be aware of just saying things how it is, not being feeling ashamed of telling someone the truth, even if it's gonna hurt, even if you're gonna feel guilty. Just say it. I swear, just say it. If it's gonna cost you your friendship, they were probably not meant to be your friend. If they stick around and actually listen to your advice, then they're the one. But obviously, don't spill misinformation or just don't. And by that, I'm talking about the truth, okay? Be truthful, no lies involved, okay? Be truthful to whoever the heck it is. Stop lying. Stop trying to make people feel better. Stop trying. Just say it how it is. There's no need to make people feel better. Stop people pleasing and just go ahead and tell them how it is. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and subscribe and join the community. See you in the next one. Goodbye.